All right, Lemonheads, what's good? It's producer Fungus here. Very fresh. I got my guy Tanar Davis, and we are joined tonight by FIU hopeful draftee Stantley Thomas-Oliver III. Baby, what's up, dude? How's it going?
Yes, sir. Doing good. Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. What's this? I want to know, bro. How excited are you right now?
Nah, he getting drafted, bro. Not hopefully. Not hopefully he is getting drafted. He is getting drafted. We gonna talk that into existence.
Yeah, speaking to existence.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, man. You gotta be super excited right now, man. This is a life-changing week for you, dude.
Very exciting. Everything been moving so fast. You don't really expect it to hit this fast until here.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So talk to us a little bit about this week. Like, I mean, obviously it's a little bit different this year. Everybody's in quarantine, but like, you know, you're at home in Punta Gorda, Florida, with your family. Right. I'm assuming. So what's?
Wait, hold on. Okay, I know I've been in Miami my whole life. Yo, where's Punta Gorda? I have no clue. My geography's pretty good, but I can't even point you in what direction it is. Tell us a little bit.
Come on, bro. Come on.
It's on the west coast. It's on the west coast of Florida. It's near Fort Myers.
Oh, okay, all right. Get down with that.
Everything ain't brown. Everything ain't brown and day, man. It's
right, for real.
Florida, bro.
Right.
Oh, what up, dude? Hey, bro. I'm real 305 here, bro. You know what I'm saying? 38 years here, man. What's up?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know what Punta Gorda was either, man.
Nobody knows, man.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
You know what I'm saying?
I was the only one.
I played with Brandon Merriweather. Brandon Merriweather. He came from I just forgot. Dang it! It's right. They call it the muck.
Mockley?
Belle Glade?
The muck. Not Belle Glade.
Mockley.
It's up there. It's up there in Orlando, near Orlando, man. Jesus Christ,
man,
this fucking name up.
Titusville?
But when I heard, not Titusville. No. It's he called us.
Man, we're gonna name every city before you remember. Man.
Long story short. When Brandon Merriweather came, I was like, yo, what the fuck that place at, man? I ain't never heard that day in my life. Jesus Christ.
That's why they call it the mug, bro.
Yeah, man, for real. I thought it was like Ray Finkel or something. Where was Ray Finkel?
No, I think the muck is in Belle Glade. So I got those wrong.
Yeah, it might be Belle Glade.
All right.
Yeah.
So as we were saying, how's it going up there at home in Punta Gorda with your family or whatever? Like, how's this week been for you? Just the excitement of this week.
Very excited. Like I said, it's like a dream coming true. You know, growing up, everybody want to be an NFL player that's playing football. So to be in this position I am is just a blessing. So I'm very happy, very excited for this weekend.
Nice, man. Nice. So tell us a little bit about when you first realized that you could get drafted. Like, what went through your head at that moment when somebody told you, "Hey, man, we think you can go in whatever round, or we think you can just get drafted." Period. Like, what was that?
The first time I realized that I could play in the league was 2018 when we played Western Kentucky. I had a real big game. I had like 4 PBUs, pick, 9 tackles, kind of like pretty much took over. So that's when like kind of realized like, yo, you could really like do this for real.
Man, nice. And so let me ask you.
You was in the zone that game,
it
right?
was like I couldn't do no wrong that game. And like I pretty much made a play like every other play, and then like my teammates was like, "You got to finish it off with a pick." And then like the last play of the game, I caught a pick. Like it was just everything went right that day. I got the game ball and all.
Yeah, the game slowed down for you. That's what exactly happens as you graduate from, you know, being just a spectator of the game, and then seeing the game in slow motion, seeing the route development. You know, that's when you technically started understanding the game. And that's why I was in slow motion for you, man. That's good. That's great that you was able to experience that moment.
Stan, let me ask you.
Go ahead. What you got to say?
Yeah. Let me ask. All right, so you're going through this season, and you said back in 2018 you felt like that was when you really felt like you put yourself on the map and you had it. That was 2018. We're in 2020 now. How has that feeling changed from then? Like you're a week or days away from making this dream come true here. How like go back from 2018 to now and tell us how that transition's been.
Maturity. Just like I said, I only played corner for 2 years, so that was my rookie year. I guess you could say playing corner. As the year came on for my senior year, I continued to learn, continue to grasp, film more. Learn defensive back even more, and just getting comfortable playing the position even better. just learning new things, just being more confident in myself. So kind of put me in a position where now I feel like I could really attack it and do it on my own.
All right, so you were originally a wide receiver in high school, though, right? So how was that transition over to CB?
It was smooth. Actually, playing receiver kind of help you pretty much with things with cutting down splits, knowing when the wide receiver trying to fight pressure with pressure, leaning on you. You know, he trying to get inside, things like that. So it kind of give you like a step ahead pre-snap.
I think Tenard was
I'm gonna tell you right
receiver.
now, you made the best choice. And yeah, you made the best. No, I was actually a cornerback, and the same thing happened. The opposite happened to me. My junior year, they moved me to receiver because they had a need for it, and I was over there helping. But like I was going to say, the money is at cornerback.
Right. That's what everybody told me.
You know, if you have that's where it's. You know what I'm saying? The receiver got to touch the ball to be able to showcase how good he is. A cornerback, if you can influence the game and not even touch the ball.
Right.
You know, because say that you go in the game and they lock you on. Say that you start as a rookie and you got to play Julio Jones the first week, and that's your coming out party. He ain't catch no balls. You got a couple PBUs, but you ain't getting Julio Jones, and that right there can make you a whole bunch of money because of the fact that that's your resume. As a receiver, if you can run the best routes in the world. If you don't get that ball, you stuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you made that move, man. And I hope that as you continue to progress from a receiver to a DB, the game is going to, I'm telling you right now, the receivers are going to be fast. The split the hashes are completely different in the NFL because it's literally lined up with the goalposts. So it makes the field look wider. Once you understand and recognize that and understand the playbook, you can easily have the same game you had in 2018, your first rookie year, because you can see the game slow down. So that's what's up, man. I'm glad you moved to that the DBs.
Yes, sir. They call it the dark side. Moving over to the dark side.
Nice. Hey, Stan, hold on. So Stan, let me ask you. So we've been covering FIU football since your freshman year. We've been we were there that last Ron Turner season, you know.
Yeah.
And we saw the change, obviously on our end. Man, those are some tough, especially those first few weeks, man. Those are some tough press conferences. We used to go in there, it was tough games, man. But tell me, man, TD over here, he was recruited by Butch. You played for Butch. Tell me the impact that he had and the difference that he made once he stepped in.
The knowledge that he has is pretty much unbelievable. Coach Davis, he wasn't just a head coach. He was the special teams coach. He was the defensive line coach. Like, he came in, like, and he could know pretty much any position, coach any position. Special teams is pretty much everything to him. He tells you the pointers of special teams. That's the first thing. He'd rather you take less reps off offensive defense and get on special teams. One good or bad play on special teams determine whether you will win a game. So this is knowledge of the game, the experiences that he's been through, being in the league, being at the top places, winning national championships, all around pretty much help.
Is it true? Go ahead, TD.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is it true that I heard somewhere, I read somewhere that when you became, or when they told you to become cornerback, that was at the Gasparilla Bowl in Tampa?
So okay, it's a funny story how it happened. It was we were practicing for Temple. Wide receivers was pretty much running routes on air, but they needed a DB, but all the DBs were inside. So I kind of went out there just playing around, playing DB, but I was locking them up. So not realizing Coach Davis and defensive backs coaches in the back corner watching the whole entire time, they was like, "Hey, would you like to make that switch?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm trying to get on the field," and it kind of just blew up from there. And I just been playing corner ever since, just up the rep, basically.
Are you kidding me, dude? Like, this guy was wait. He was playing around, helping out, and now all of a sudden he's gonna get drafted for that? Like, wow, dude, that's legit.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, God always have a plan. You know, I'm not mad at you right now, but I'm about to ask you a question because you beat my Canes. You know what I'm talking about? We ain't never lose the FIU. Never. And this year, y'all beat us, and you got a pick.
Yeah,
how did
I should have had
playing us
3, man.
and getting that victory and getting that pick, man? I know. So, like during that game, the preparation,
Oh, man.
tell us what your mindset was getting ready for that game, and how did it feel to actually win that game?
So that whole week felt like a training camp. Coach Davis pretty much put it on us that whole week. He emphasized pretty much how important this game was, not only to the team but to him. Coming back at Marlins Park, his old stadium, old stomping grounds. So that whole week was just film all day, every day. Coming in early in the morning, hitting the weights. We got class, but right after class, back in the field house, back watching more film. Being a DB, we had to know all the route concepts, all receivers' favorite routes, what did they like to do inside and out. So it kind of like when going to the game, you kind of already knew what they were going to do. So it was.
Yep.
I don't think it's a thing of being over prepared, but we was prepared.
And Coach Swayze, who was my strength coach at Miami, I know Swayze was going to y'all in the way. Hey, listen, bro, I know Swayze. I know he was going to y'all. It's like, look, man, y'all about to get this win right now, man. They did him wrong over there too, and I know he was trying to get to him too, man.
Swayze is a goat, man. He got to be probably one of the most funniest coaches I've ever had. Pretty much talking to me in the defensive backs, like he was just telling us, like, y'all wasn't playing the league. Like, this is the game. This is the game everybody gonna be watching. This is the game everybody gonna want to see. Being in the conference USA, you always get that told as, oh, he hasn't played nobody good. He hasn't really got no talent to play against. But this is guys. This is the team. So if you want to make a good impression to a scout, to a GM, to the world that you can play on any level, you can play at that national level. These are the games that you got to show up and perform. So that whole week he was just stressing, like, do you pretty much want it or not?
That's what's up, baby. Yeah, and TD, don't forget, see, TD and I, because all right, first, my boy right there, Gus, and myself, we rep FIU. We're proud alum. We're Paws Up. The king down there in the corner. He's we made a bet for that game. I said we were gonna win that game beforehand. You still owe me, TD. Don't forget, you still owe me. We haven't set the parameters yet, but I think you know what I'm saying. Don't forget, he's all bravado, bro. Yeah. What was it, Gus? What was it? He said Canes by how much?
Like 40.
Oh man.
Hey, no disrespect. You want no disrespect though.
after practice, after like I said, after the long practices, after the game plan, we went into that game confident in what we could do. And then pretty much, like I said, I had to pick the second play. So after the pick, I was like, yeah, we in here. Like, you heard the whole crowd screaming and everything.
Yeah. Like, tell us about that pick right there, because Albert wants to know what went through your head when you got that pick first 2 minutes of the University of Coral Gables game.
Like they said, I didn't have a pick the whole season, so that was my first pick. We were in a match cover 3. I was playing number 1 press, and we knew that they like to run a lot of slant bubble concept. So the minute Twin seen the slant in the bubble, he kind of pretty much got through it and gave a pick, and he pretty much threw the ball right into me. Like I said, we was game planning for a lot of routes, concepts, a lot of things he was doing, so we was playing fast and step ahead, and it kind of just worked off the rip. So once I caught the pick and I'm running with the ball and I get up, I'm like, I hear all the crowd yelling, screaming. I'm like, man, like, yeah, we trying to rock this game.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, baby.
Hey, listen, man, I'm always about the underdogs. No disrespect to FIU because I went to Miami, but I'm always about underdog because coming out, as an undrafted free agent, I feel like an underdog. So I had a chip on my shoulder my whole entire rookie year, regardless when I even made the team. I had a chip on my shoulder because when you're not drafted, you're one player away from getting cut.
Right.
The one thing I want to tell you as you go into this transition into the NFL, don't try to be the 53 man because you're one player away from getting cut. Try to make the 46 man roster. They don't tell you that because in the NFL, a lot of people are happy that they made the 53 or the practice squad. No disrespect. But you're always one player away from getting cut. But when you crack that 46, that means you're on the field, and that means you're not expendable. So when you go in transition, always remember the Miami game.
Yes, sir.
Always over-prepare. Always overthink the game because you can never be over-prepared in the NFL. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Champ Bailey, Deion Sanders. Those guys always over prepare for the game, and that's why they had longevity, and that's why they got the big checks. When you get there, bro, understand this. It's a job. Don't over exaggerate being there like, oh, we'll be here just to show that I'm here. Be authentic.
Right.
Stay there because you want to. Don't be a copycat. And they'll see through the funk, and they'll also see your talent. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to leave you to with before you get off this podcast with us, because I want you to win, bro. When it's all about the DBs, I want you to win. So that Miami game, take that kind of mindset to every practice, every preseason game, every game until you get that $100 million deal.
Yes, sir.
Don't take a chill pill, though. Still got to be hungry, though.
Always.
And speaking as the guy who created a cornerback in Madden every year, I agree with what TD's saying as well. You know, I mean, it's a no. Hey, in all seriousness, though, everything TD is saying, man, that guy's it's an incredible trove of knowledge, man. He's been through it, and we're thankful for having him on as a part of Lemon City. But for you, man, you also got to thank, who was it that you were covering at the Gasparilla Bowl that put you on the map as a cornerback? Because that's somebody come this draft that you got to go back and say, hey, bro, you know what?
No, I didn't play in the bowl game. I was just practicing and still learning.
No, yeah, but who are you covering that coach?
Who's covering that week?
Yeah, that's who you got to look out for.
Yeah.
He made you look good right there. You know,
it was from my
yeah. All right,
he was going at it. Because once I started having a couple PBUs, I'm like, man, line it up again. Like, you gotta look competitive.
Yeah, keep calling them out. Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I kind of like this. I see why y'all talk so much.
Yeah. And Shamar's no slouch, man. Shamar's no slouch. He's a good receiver. Yeah.
Good player, good young player too. It's a big season for him coming out.
That's what's up, man.
And we got a question for Stanley here. By the way, if you're watching the video, make sure you hit like, subscribe, hit the little bell if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, wherever you're at. Once again, we're here joined with Stan. He's hopefully this is probably the biggest week of his life. I don't know. It would be if I was in this situation. And again, thank you for sharing your time with us. But we got some questions. If you got some, put them in the chat. Anna Pineda wants to know what's been your most challenging moment this past season.
The most challenging moment this past season was pretty much the off season. You know, when you're a senior, you kind of get like a little senioritis. You know, you got this last mat drills, last spring training, last summer conditioning. It's like, man, you don't really want to do it, but you gotta get through it. Pretty much that. Just having that, like, as a freshman, you ready to do it. You know, as sophomore, you ready to do it. You got something to prove, and it's like, I mean, you about to graduate high school, and he's like, oh, you got an essay or something like that. So pretty much the off season. Once the season started, it was football, so I'm loving that.
And speaking of football, real quick, Gus. Well, I don't know if Gus, you had something.
No, I can.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, okay, growing up in Punta Gorda, like you've been playing football, I'm assuming, from a young age, or whenever you got into football. What was your school? I mean, FIU is not everybody's dream school. I'll admit. I know, you know what I'm saying? It's my dream school, but you know, it's not everybody's. But what was some of the schools you used to look at? What were you a fan of before you became, you know, the cornerback?
So it's funny, but the fan I was of was the team that we beat. I was a Cane, man.
I figured that. Hey, I figured that. Everybody want to go to Miami, but go ahead, continue, bro.
Hey, I grew up next to the Orange Bowl, so I had no choice, you know.
Yeah, I was a Devin Hester guy, man. Watching him take back punt returns and kick returns and being so explosive. He won number 4. You know, high school I won number 4. So yeah, I was a Cane. That's what I wanted to be.
That's what's up.
So funny enough. So you know, a little bit inside information. No, Devin Hester was my roommate my last 2 years. Last 2 years of our season when we had our games away and home because we had to stay over at the Don Shula Hotel for home games. And I remember the day Prime called him. Prime called him when we was in the room. So, you know, I'm in the bathroom, saw him on the phone. I'm not paying no attention. I'm watching TV. And then he was like, yeah, Prime. I'm like, oh, so what the fuck? I say, you talking to Prime? She's like, yeah. So when the phone was over with, he was like, yo, man, I think we was playing Louisville. We was actually playing Louisville that game. Mm-hmm. Brown was like, man, he told me to take back a punt return or a kick return and do the Dion if I could. And I was like, bro, I said, if you do that, man, the crowd will go crazy. So he took back the kickoff return against Louisville. And, you know, I don't think he did the Prime, but, you know, after the game, you know what I'm saying, like he called him again and just see that experience, see that moment, like Devin lighten up. it's so eerie because a lot of people that think, coming out of Miami that,
Right.
they're going to be a Hall of Famer. I play with Sean Taylor. I play with Devin Hess. I play with Frank Gore. Frank Gore's my blood cousin. I lived with Reggie Wayne when I was in the Indianapolis Colts. So I've been all around Hall of Famers. But seeing Devin Hester being able to change the punt return game for good, I don't think nobody's going to be able to do what he did. That was the perfect guy to look up to. You know what I'm saying? Did you ever get a chance to meet him in person?
No, I never got a chance to meet him in person. But definitely looked up to him.
These guys know this story already, though. I'm going to tell you. So after we won the Super Bowl.
This is the best
after we won the Super Bowl.
I say this story sometimes as my own.
The fatty was coming down, it's still raining. And I see Devin, and, he had a good game. He took it back a kickoff return.
Right.
So I'm going up to him. I was like, yo, Devin, man, man, good game, man. Like, I'm happy for you. He said, but he pushed me on, man, fuck you. Like, fuck this shit, I lost. And then he just walked off on me.
Get Stanley's face.
I know I ain't look different. I said, I know this nigga know who I am. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But I saw him again later that year, and we was training at Miami. And I say, Dev, man, I was wrong. Man. He's like, nah, man, my bad. I was just mad, man. You coming over to holler at me after the game. You know what I'm saying? We just lost, y'all won. You know what I'm saying? My bad, TD. But you know what I'm saying? Devin, he passionate, bro. He's a passionate dude. Man, he never spoke much, but he went out there and showed his game every single day in practice and in the game, man. So, hopefully you can transition to like that. Hopefully they put you at punt return in the league, man. Special teams, make yourself a asset. You know what I'm saying? Once you make yourself an asset on a team, man, I promise you, bro, you're not gonna have to worry about a job. You're gonna have to worry about, where I gotta live at, how many tickets I gotta start getting for the family. Those would be the good problems to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Thing I like about special team playing gunner, that's probably one of the funniest things, especially because it's like being that receiver again. You kind of get a niggas able to run. Yeah. So gunner I like a lot. And jammer too, especially when you get to double team, vice beat up the dude a little bit, talk a little trash.
Yeah.
Hey, Stan, where are you watching the draft at on Thursday? Or
I'm be home with family.
Okay. Yeah. You guys doing you guys having a little special party? You got people over? What's
no party.
Trying to keep it low key?
We gotta stay safe with the party. But Mama cooking a big dinner. She's cooking pot roast, so I'm gonna be vibing.
Nice.
Ooh. So you got an agent?
Yes, sir. Evan Brennan from UA Sports.
Okay, so speaking with Evan, and I'm sure you're on the phone with him every single day. Now, what is he telling you, from the first time you signed with him all the way up to this point, 2 to 3 days before the draft? What is he telling you? Give us this inside information.
Like I said, starting out, obviously, my draft stock has risen a lot, especially from the All-Star games I've been in, on the Tropical Bowl, having a late invite to the Easter Shrine game, and then doing what I'm doing there, and then having a late combine invite. So pretty much this offseason was a big win for me. So I'm projected to be a day 3 guy, which is a blessing. I'll take it regardless. As long as that phone ring, I'm happy. I don't care what it is, because I know once I get there and get on the field, I can take care of the rest.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about those All-Star games that you went to. East-West Shrine game, for example. I know one of your teammates, James Morgan, was also there.
Yes,
you
sir.
guys, yeah. You guys both had great postseasons, right? So how was that experience like, being amongst all these other players from around the country in a different, not necessarily competing in an actual real game that means something? It's more of a showcase game. What was that like for you?
I was happy when I got the East West Shrine game, just because it's again another opportunity for me to go against the better talent, as people would like to say, on the big schools. Came in there with a chip on my shoulder, ready to work, and just ready to take out the biggest guys. I wanted the Florida States, the Clemsons, the Oklahomas. That's what I wanted to show. Getting a pass break up from them guys. Route being a hip pocket of those guys. The scouts like, who's this FIU kid sticking this guy from Clemson or Temple or however the case may be. Just trying to be an eye opener to everybody watching.
Nice, man. What was some positive remarks that you heard from the East West Shrine game or any of the other postseasons that you went to?
Just continue to hit. I'm having a good practice and a good week. That's pretty much every day. I pretty much want just to have that positive. You know, you doing what you're supposed to be doing. And like you standing up, you being noticed. And like I said, being a bigger corner, that automatically gets noticed. And then when you're able to run with it, that kind of puts you in a more different kind of category.
All right. Is there anything that they told you that maybe you should work on a little more that you have been working on?
They haven't told me, but thing that I feel like I should work on, being at FIU, being in a bigger corner, we pretty much press 24/7. So working on my off coverage be something that I'll work on this off season, getting better at.
So you 6 foot, 192 pounds. You got a big frame.
Yes, sir.
And I saw your game at FIU, and I saw some shots of your film. You kind of remind me of Rich Sherman for some reason. Like who when you speak to people and we spoke to the scouts and we spoke to your agent, what are they saying who you resemble as going into the NFL?
They haven't said anybody who I resemble, but just like you said, Richard Sherman, that's the guy who I like to model my game as. That's my favorite cornerback in the league. Every time he does something, I'm posting him, retweeting his pictures. So just like I said, he made the switch. I made the switch. If I can't get 21 in the NFL, I'm gonna get 25. Right there. I read the same helmet, everything. I pretty much try to model my game like him. Like I said, being able to have the knowledge that he has, and not even the athletic ability, but he still can make plays just because he knows so much. When I mix that with my athletic ability, knowing things, being able to play faster, I could be a real problem in this league.
Nice.
I'll tell you right now, they gonna give you if you get drafted high, they gonna give you a stank number like 46 or 40. They gonna give you a stank number, bro. I'm telling you right now. So you gotta make that thing look good.
I got it. I'm gonna have to rock it, man. They got me, so I'm gonna rock it.
That's what's up. So Stan, we actually interviewed Richard Sherman at Super Bowl Media Day this past January, and so I'm gonna ask you the same question that I asked him.
Yeah, good.
If you were a Star Wars character, which character would you be?
Oh, man.
Do you even watch Star Wars?
I don't watch Star Wars like that, but I heard Luke Skywalker a gangster though. So
there you go. Yeah,
I'll be Luke, man.
That's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
Hey,
yeah, dude.
Hey, the realest dude is Samuel Jackson, the black Jedi. Because you know what I'm saying, they don't give him a lot of plug, but he the only one that got a purple
lightsaber.
So so he gangster with it, really.
Okay, well, yeah, anybody who like that, that's what I want to be.
Well, we found it interesting that Richard Sherman has like a big nerd side to him. You know, we didn't know.
Yeah.
He was into Lord of the Rings and what else? Star Wars and all that stuff. I guess Harvard. Yeah, Stanford. That's
yeah. He got a huge like IQ.
Yeah, that's one smart dude. Hey, by the way, you're getting a lot of compliments here on the chat here as well. A lot of Panthers, a lot of FIU people here cheering you on. They also got some more questions here. What's up? Man, who's the funniest teammate at FIU?
Oh, Quentin Bassett. Quentin Bassett got to be the funniest teammate at FIU.
What about him? Just witty.
He's just a comedian, man. It's like he's the guy who has who got the strength coach going crazy. He's the guy who
he got Swayze going. He got Swayze going crazy.
He got Swayze going crazy. Like even Swayze, like he got to be a comedian. Like he that funny. Like yeah.
Nice. All right, Albert wants to know what's it gonna take to dominate FAU. We got Miami. We beat Coral Gables already. What's it gonna take for us to take out Boca Raton here, man? What's going on?
We got to get over the hump, man. I don't even like talking about it. I'm 1-4, 1-3 with those guys, and the last time we beat them was my freshman year. We just got to get over the hump. Like I said, how we prepare for the UM game. That's how we got to be with that same intensity, pretty much.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up now. Stan, what are you doing now with the? I mean, obviously, this is a weird thing. There's no pro day. There's, you got some time in the combine, which definitely, helped raise your stock and your exposure here, which was, we got to be grateful for that. But what are you doing now because of this whole pandemic, this COVID-19 thing? How are you staying like mentally sharp? How are you staying physically sharp and ready for this? Like, what are you doing during all this off time?
You gotta be real creative. I've been working out in my garage, man. I got a bench set. I've been getting creative with dumbbells. I got a treadmill running. Going in my backyard, working on my stance, stuff like that. On YouTube, watching football type deal. Just continue to just keep my mind into it because I know the minute the drive hits, you know, they're probably gonna send a playbook through an email. You know, like getting on it. So you just gotta be ready and prepared for whenever.
It's the biggest PDF file you ever opened in your life.
Yeah.
No, they're not. No, they're not gonna do that. I can tell you what they're gonna do. Once you get drafted, the next day you flying over there and you got rookie minicamp. So I don't know exactly. No, I said when he gets drafted.
No.
Bad,
but there's a pandemic going on, TD.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna let you with the pandemic.
Man,
I'm saying
TD's been working out in his garage way too much, man.
Yeah.
Hey, no, because I like playing highlight. We found an exemption to get on the court to play highlight. So I'm sure the NFL, they have to they got to get something started. They probably have a contingency plan or a game plan to get the rookies in to start implementing them to the NFL. Yeah, because if the season, if they push this to all the way to training camp, y'all guys can go straight there and go to training camp, and you're gonna be like, what the heck? So they got to get their hands on you guys. But the point is, what I'm trying to say is, make sure you work on your hips. You can never do too much with hip work as a DB, because when you get a receiver like OBJ, or you get a guy like Antonio Brown that got you spinning around in circles, you know what I'm saying? It's because you probably got tight hips. So, you know, when you get a chance, you know, whatever you got going on tomorrow, you know, get those cones out and have somebody work on your hips, transition, and then go up and get the ball, because that's what you're going to be doing a lot, especially depending if a team got you playing a lot of cover 1 and cover 3.
Yes, sir.
It's all in the hips.
It's all in the hips.
All in the hips.
There you go.
Yeah. Hips and feet. That's where you're going to make the money at, bro. You ain't got to catch the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got to stop him from catching it.
Exactly.
Got to stop him from catching it.
So Stan, tell us a little more about, you know, this off season and this downtime. What are you doing just to have fun? Like, are you a gamer? You on the sticks? You Madden? You do any of that stuff?
I'm a gamer. I'm a Netflixer. I love movies. I watch movies every day, pretty much. I'm a Scarface guy. That's my favorite movie, Scarface. You know,
that's a true Miami guy right there.
Yeah. 2K, Madden, Call of Duty, pretty much the normal. I ain't really the out of words gamer, but pretty much the generic stuff.
The generic stuff. Xbox,
you ain't Fortnite?
PS4, you gotta be a PS4 guy. You an Xbox guy.
Hey, bro, I'm done with the conversation, man. Look, hey, I'm about to get on, bro. I'll talk to you later. Time I'm out.
The remote.
Don't worry about these haters. Don't worry about these haters.
Oh, wait, we got some more questions here. What's your that's a good one. What's your favorite memory or cool story you got about Butch Davis?
After we beat UM and he was dancing in the locker room.
You put a Larry Coker.
He was dancing in the meeting room.
You got moves? You got moves or no?
Oh, he got little hips, little moves.
You got that awkward white guy, hey, you know, and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Butch gonna mess around and pull a back muscle, man. You better stop.
Let's see. Miriam wants to know, you watch all these movies on Netflix. What's your favorite Netflix show right now? What you got?
Supernatural. That's a good show. It's a real good show. Y'all should watch it. It's a real good show.
I dig it. Oh, Dancing Cupid Shuffle. All right. You got some support here with the PS4. I don't know, man. PS4. I gotta get on it. Here's a good one. Lucilla wants to know, what's your game day playlist? What you got going on right before you get on the field? That's a good question. I like that.
I always listen to my 3 favorite gospel musics, and then after that is Tupac.
Man.
Tupac.
Yeah. That's a good transition.
I like it.
That's a good transition.
Tupac.
I like it.
So I know when you started playing football and you was a kid, you know, the first thing you say, you go take care of your mama. You know, once you get to the NFL, the first thing you do is I'm always take care of my mama. So I know your mom excited. I know she can't wait to see her baby out there playing for whatever team. When you get your first big check, what is the first thing you're gonna get when you make the league?
Like, I want to take care of my mom, but she won't let me. She won't let me buy nothing. She want me to save my money. Every time I tell her I want to buy this, buy that, she's like, no, don't spend all your money. But I'm gonna still surprise and get her something. She just don't know yet. So hopefully she don't watch this.
Tell her, but tell us what she ain't gonna watch it probably, because she's gonna probably be, you know, making that food, making that pot roast for you. So tell us what, like in your mind, you know, what do you think she want or need or loves that she can't get because of the finances or her circumstances?
She pretty much a symbol, but she's a memorabilia type person. So it'll be something that I would custom make for her, like a bracelet. Like she loves bracelets, so it'd be something custom made. Probably her favorite number is 21. That's the reason why I wear it. So it'd be something towards her, just to acknowledge her and thank her for everything she done for me.
That's what's up, man.
Them checks will be big. Hey, them checks will be big. I'm telling you, man. Hey, you go see one check, you'll be like, man, they paid me $21,000.
See, look, she watching. Look at it. I knew she was watching. Look, I told you.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, Mama.
My biggest fan, man. That's my biggest fan right there.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Hey, Mama.
Hey, but listen to moms though. Be smart with your money. Don't end up on one of those Billy Corbin docs, about being broke and stuff like all these other NFL guys.
Yeah, she won't let me go broke.
Yeah. Be smart about that. That's definitely trust me, man. I get $5 in my pocket. I'm already itching to spend it on something, So it's easy, man, especially with all the zeros adding up that you've never seen before. But we hope by all means that you get all the blessings and everything that comes your way, man. We know how hard you work for it. We've seen you on the field. We've watched you play for the last 4 seasons. We've cheered you on as fans and also as objective journalists, even though we favor FIU. We always cheer for you guys. But tell me though, I know it's you draft, and I know the right thing to say is whatever team drafts me, that's where I want to go. But deep down inside, where's the little Stan inside that grew up? What would be that dream team to get drafted to?
I never really had a dream team in the NFL because your favorite player always leave and go to another team for some money. So I never really got a chance to actually grow with a team because every time they win the Super Bowl, all 15 players leave.
That's true.
So I've always liked just players pretty much. Never like.
That's a great answer. Great answer.
Yeah,
I know what he wants to do.
Save your money.
He wants to go to Tampa Bay and intercept Tom Brady in practice. That's what he
to play with TB12, that would be amazing, man.
Yeah. Hey, TD picked off Peyton Manning at practice, right? That's a pretty big deal, man.
Almost got fired too.
Be careful what you pick off.
Yeah.
I picked it off and I'm all confident, and I dropped the ball right in front of him. Oh no! My DB coach said, "Come here." Because I like the confidence, but you can't do that to 18, bro.
Yeah,
and guess what? Two plays later, Marvin Harris routed me up on a post. Nah, never again, bro.
Tell you, but so seriously, no favorite team growing up though. Even
never had a favorite team. I always like players. Like when I was playing receiver, Randy Moss was a dynamic receiver.
Yeah.
I love Michael Vick. Michael Vick pretty much changed the game, being a scramble quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. I like Champ Bailey playing corner. Richard Sherman growing up, pretty much. Charles Woodson. I always like players.
Hey, you got some good heroes right there, man. That's what's up, man.
Right, so let us know then. This draft week, and for sure you've been getting calls from some teams, right? So give us a little insight. Who you've been talking to this week?
Talking to the most has been the Jets. I've been talking to them a lot.
Right.
The Panthers, Jaguars, Minnesota, Raiders. So a few teams.
Nice, dude. That's all good, man. That's all good.
Have you seen like those mock drafts? Where do you end up mostly?
The NFL had one mock draft. It had me going in the 6th round to the Eagles.
Okay.
All right, that'd be a nice situation.
Really, man. That's what's up.
That's a great organization player.
I hear
Eagles too.
I hear it's always sunny there.
Oh, we got a no Jets fan over here.
Really love the Jets, no Jets.
But hey, long as that check, I bet you get those tickets.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, man.
Yeah, for
exactly.
Yeah, man. Hey, wherever you go, man. Hell yeah, man. That's what's up, man. We'll be cheering for you, absolutely, man.
Definitely.
But that's what's up. All right, let me see any. Guys, if you're watching again, if you got some questions, put them in the chat. And I just actually want to take a quick second here, man. I wanted to shout out somebody who's a friend of the show who's been working really hard at doing something really well for a while now. This pandemic is going around. People are going through some hard times. People need help, man. But I just wanted to shout out my boy Gio. and what he's doing with his insurance agency. He started a movement on Instagram. It's called Fueling the Frontline. If you search for it on Instagram, they're going out, they're delivering, they're buying food from local businesses, small business, and then they're going out and delivering it to the frontline people at the hospitals, at the first responders, and everything like that. So if you're watching and you want to contribute and you want to help out, Fueling the Frontline on IG, give them a follow, hit them up, help them out, man. We're all trying to get through this. It's a scary time for a lot of people. So any which way we can make it a little better, always appreciate it. So.
Definitely. All right.
Hey, man.
That's what's up.
Oh. There you go, man. Repping FIU. Tell us a little bit about.
Gotta rep FIU.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that, though. Like, how's it feel? Like, you came on to FIU, and now you're the big dog. You're the big man on campus. How's that feel for you, man?
It feels good. I feel like I left the program building something. I feel like I was a part of something. Having the biggest win in school history. Breaking my senior class, breaking the record for most wins. Just setting the foundation from the future for the guys that's gonna come before me. So it felt good just to walk away knowing that you did something, that you built something.
Now I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say it was the pick against Miami, but what's the career highlight right now in your time at FIU?
It gotta be the pick against Miami, and after the game, when we got back from the game on campus, we had a whole parade that's when FIU actually felt like a football,
Damn, they did us like that. Y'all had a parade on us?
We got the campus.
Y'all had a
We got the
parade
campus, and the field house was flooded with just students, and they cheering, chanting FIU. Then we got off the bus, everybody giving us hugs. And then we got a fountain. We got a fountain in the cafeteria. All the kids jumped in the fountain. Some classes got canceled. Assignments that was due got pushed back. We was kind of kings for that week. That week was great.
Hey, y'all boys, y'all won a national championship.
That's how it felt.
There you go.
See, look, we were there. Pots and pans. Yeah,
Pots
it was
and
a real
pans.
deal parade, man.
That's how you do in Miami. Pots and pans.
305 style,
It
yeah.
was crazy.
Hey, man. Hey, but absolutely,
man.
you're always gonna be remembered for that. You guys were the first ones to do something. So for the rest, that's a pretty cool, accomplishment that you guys get to carry on. And
15 down the road. When I get old, I can say that. I can be like, yeah, man, we beat you. We beat the you, man.
Yeah.
I can show my kids, grandkids, look at the pick, everything. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, they'll be watching that game on YouTube or whatever is around at that time. So definitely, man. And before we get going, I also wanted to help promote somebody that's been helping us promote other small businesses around the community. Corey Advertising, they launched a free platform for targeted website traffic for local small businesses here in Miami. Head to marketingresponseteam.advertisecorey.com if you want to help your small business out. All right. So Stanley, man, tell us, bro, what are you gonna do between now and Thursday?
Keeping the same routine, getting up, working out. I'm still in school, so we got finals. Doing that, getting that out the way. Yeah, I know, man.
What's your major?
Criminal justice.
All right.
All right.
That's too smart for me, man. I did math.
Get that degree. Hey, get that degree, bro. They can't take that from me. Get that degree.
Let's see. Oh, wait. Got a question here. What other sports do you like?
Basketball and track.
All right. Did you play any other sports in high school?
Yeah, I was three sport athlete: football, basketball, track in high school.
Oh, snap. TD, you track that?
TD was a track star.
Yeah, I was a track star. I was fast, so I ain't this conversation over. I'm gonna keep this short. Ask Sway, when you see Sway, ask Sway about me. I ran a 4.27, and that put me on that. But I was always fast. But I couldn't transition under Coach Randy Shannon. But he actually helped me. He helped me mentally, though, man. The one thing that he did I don't take for granted he prepared me for the next level because he told me it was going to be a business and it ain't never personal. So, you take that mentality, you're going to be perfectly fine, brother.
All
And
right.
Stan, let me give you an opportunity right now to. If there's somebody that you want to thank, or somebody, maybe this person there in the comments, that you might want to give them a little shout out for or something, But because you got all these FIU people watching, anything you want to tell the FIU fan base that's there?
To the FIU fan base, I just want to say continue to support the guys. Continue to go out there to the home games. Because we feed off that. That helps us. Sometimes we go out there, there's not really too many people out there. We kind of just playing on your own instinct. Go out there, support the guys. After we got the win from UM, we seen more people. To build that win, to build the foundation that you want us to go. Just come out and support. Just continue to help us. Build this together.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, Stan, bro.
Yeah.
We're cheering for you, buddy. We're really excited. We love that we watched this growth from the program and yourself as a student athlete, man. We wish you continued success in the next level. You're always invited back on the show whenever you want to come out here.
I gotta come back. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, well, hey, when you go big time now, you ain't gonna be calling, hey, yo, Stan, I'm too busy, man. Yeah. Don't be like that, man.
Hey, look, we
don't be
cover
like that.
We cover the Dolphins, so we'll be there on Sundays. If you come through on Sundays,
we'll see you.
We'll see you. You won't be able to dodge us.
But yeah,
Stan, tell our listeners your social media feed and how they can find that.
Oh, my social media on Instagram is Alcatraz __21. It's Alcatraz because Davis gave me the name. I was locking people up, so he was like, "You keep locking those dudes, I'm gonna call you Alcatraz." So it kind of stick, So
I
like that. I hated Darrell Revis because I wasn't a Jets fan. But damn, Revis Island was a hard ass nickname, man. That was dope as hell. But Alcatraz, that's a step up, man. You know,
Alcatraz Island. You come in, you get locked up.
There you go, man. Keep it up, man. You got it. That's gonna
lock
be
them up.
Right there. Lock them up.
Get them down.
But yeah, man. But hey, thank you guys for watching. Everybody who's been in the chat, everybody who participated, everybody who's sent in any questions. Again, follow our man here, Stan. We wish you all the best this week. We'll be cheering for you, man. And like I said, continued success to you, my friend, next level. And we'll talk to you soon, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me on.
Hey, man, our pleasure. Our pleasure. Thank you, guys. Remember,
stay healthy, bro. Stay healthy.
Yeah, stay healthy, man. Stay safe. Click on that like, subscribe, follow, give us a shout. If you're watching, if you haven't done so already, subscribe. Do all that. Every little click, every little comment, every little like helps us out a ton, man. We really appreciate it. For all you guys watching, for you guys here participating, TD. Is that Kenny Kelly right back there?
Yeah, it look like Kenny Kelly.
That's Kenny Kelly, right? That's Kenny Kelly. Yeah, that's Stan.
We're good.
Hey, that's how we sign off with Kenny Kelly in the background.
There you go, baby.
Thank you guys again, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Everybody watching, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. We'll be back on Thursday with an NFL draft show, so stick with us in a couple days. We'll be back. We'll be live streaming during the draft. And if anybody wants to participate again, hit us up, man. We would love to have you on. So,
Eric Henry's joining us on Thursday.
Eric Henry's going to be joining us on Thursday, man. We'll be up for that. But again, thank you guys for watching. Love you. Good night.